on Live It Up, we're in the studio with Meghan VanDina, and she's an acupuncturist, so we're going to learn a little bit about her type of medicine and how it can help us. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, what is an acupuncturist?
An acupuncturist is somebody who performs acupuncture. There are licensed acupuncturists and certified acupuncturists. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, which means that I went through 4.5 years of a master's program to become an acupuncturist. And basically what acupuncture is it's the insertion of hair-thin needles along various points in the body. Now, each point has its own energetic function, as well as corresponding to a channel. And each channel is related to an internal organ. So this is how we can affect the body and correct any underlying imbalances to prevent any kind of illness, disease, things like that. In addition to that, acupuncture works very well for pain management. Basically, the acupuncture needles themselves help bring blood flow to the area. They decrease any kind of inflammation, increase circulation, and help with any kind of pain, muscle tightness, things like that.
Migraines, if somebody wants to use them for weight loss, I mean, there's a lot that you can do with this.
Yes. The thing I loved about acupuncture and what intrigued me to it in the first place was that you can treat any kind of illness in the body. It was the only form of medicine used in China for thousands of years, so because of that, we are able to really work on the entire body and any kind of disease or illness, and we correct the underlying cause, which is why we're able to kind of treat the body as a whole.
Similar to a massage therapist or a chiropractor, you know, the old saying, like your hip bone's connected to your ankle bone, like everything is connected. And I think a lot of times people don't realize that. As in sagebrush, you know, when sagebrush grows, it grows as singular stalks, you know, but underneath it's like a tapestry and everything's woven in. I guess our nervous system's very similar to that.
Yes, and we like to look at it as a root and branch system, very similar to how you were saying. So we look at the underlying cause, which would be the root, as opposed to the symptom itself, which would be the branch. Having said that, we like to look at ourselves as complementary medicine, not alternative medicine. So we do work with MDs. We do a lot of cross-referrals with different primary care physicians as well as different neurologists for things like migraines. A lot of times Western medicine can only take you so far, and then a lot of doctors like having a referral source for when they can't figure out how to treat a patient or the Western medicine's not working. And actually it works extremely well, and a lot of the neurologists and MDs are very surprised at how well it works for things like migraines, neuropathy, even, you know, different other kinds of neurological diseases like Bell's palsy, everything like that. It really can work, and it's very effective in treating those.
And I noticed that you did say early on in the interview that it's like a hair, like they're so tiny. I think people hear needles and they're like,
yes,
you know.
So often that's the case. And I usually tell patients that you're going to be very surprised at how you feel with the needles, because their first reaction is, oh, I didn't feel it. Either I didn't feel it or it's not what I expected it to be, and it's usually a very painless procedure. And actually people come to enjoy the actual procedure of the needling, and it helps to relax them. It puts their body in a more relaxed state. And just by doing that, a lot of times you can help with a lot of the different issues going on with the patient, just to de-stress a little bit. And we treat patients just for stress, anxiety, things like that as well.
And you offer other treatments besides acupuncture where you work. Tell us about those.
I'm also a board-certified herbalist, so we do herbal medicine as well. So we do acupuncture, herbal medicine. We do Eastern nutrition, so more nutritional counseling. And then we also have massage therapists at North Nassau Acupuncture as well.
And so you're obviously very passionate about what you do. Tell us about one story where you've seen a patient come in and, or a client, and you were able to help them walk away feeling much better.
Well, there's a few. The one I like the most, only because I used to be a migraine sufferer as well, and the only thing that helped me was the acupuncture and the herbal medicine. So I had one patient, and she was getting migraines almost every day for about 2 months straight. And she said she couldn't go to work, she couldn't help with her kids, she just was very debilitated and unable to really carry out her everyday tasks. And she came to us after she had been to every doctor. Actually, a neurologist in Great Neck, where our office is, had referred her to us. And she was kind of at her wit's end, and I know how debilitating a migraine could be, so I had a lot of sympathy for her as well. And she started with the treatments with us. She said after her first treatment, which is always nice and not always the case. We always tell patients to allow 6 treatments to start seeing results, but usually with most of my patients, we see them within the first 3 to 4. But this one particular patient, after her first treatment, she said she felt a complete difference. She didn't have any migraine that day. And then slowly, I mean, it's always a process too, because with acupuncture, what we're doing is trying to get your body to heal itself. So it was a slow process, but eventually we got it so that she was getting 1 migraine. I'd say within the first 2 weeks of treatment, she was down to 1 migraine a week. And then eventually she was not getting them. She would have maybe 1 a month. And when they did come, they were a lot less severe. And then now she's been my patient for about 2 years, and she has yet to get a migraine in the past 6 months.
Must make you feel so happy inside when
does.
you see that. It's like the best to be able to help people.
It's 100% the best part of my job. And that's why I love acupuncture so much, because we do see so many patients that come to us and they say, I've tried everything, and they kind of are at their wits' end, and it's so nice to be able to offer them another avenue of treatment, and especially one where we see such great results. I have other patients that have come to me after years of having sciatic pain, neck pain, and within the first 3 treatments, they feel a complete relief, and they're amazed at it, and it's so nice to see that. And the more you see that, the more gratifying it is.
Well, thank you very much for your education and your expertise in helping us learn a little bit more about acupuncture today. I would love to invite you on again as my guest, because I think the information that you're sharing with the public and with our audience is certainly of value. And a lot of times people are afraid, but you've made it seem very easy, very palatable, if you will. For more information from Meghan or any of our wellness experts, please check them out at liveituptvshow.com.